Not sure if we're catching you right after lunch right now. It's roughly 3 minutes after noon here in the TechLounge studio at the Intel booth of Mobile World Congress 2015. And I'm so glad to say hello to Sanjay Patel. And he's the co-founder and CEO of Personify.
How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Pretty good. I'm glad that you came over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, tell us a little bit. What is Personify?
Personify is a software company. We use 3D cameras, like the Intel RealSense 3D camera, to enhance the way people communicate with video.
Okay, so just to get an idea from this, is this about a kind of video chat or video conferencing system?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we formed the company about 5 years ago. We were experts in 3D imaging. 3D imaging is, for example, the type of imaging that's in the Microsoft Kinect. Mm-hmm. It's ultimately what Intel has adopted to be as part of their RealSense platform. And what we saw is, back 5-6 years ago when we formed the company, is that as these 3D cameras become more common, in everything from our video game console to our PC and ultimately to our tablet and smartphone and smartwatch, as these devices all have 3D capabilities, we saw that we could enhance the way people do video chat. So we've created technology that uses Intel RealSense to take video chat to the next level, and that's what we do.
So we actually have a little video to give you an idea about what this is really doing. And I just saw it, and I think it's absolutely amazing. Let me just show this to you. And we have the camera over there. Let's see if this works. Okay.
So this is a little video we captured using our Personify application.
Oh, hold on a second. Okay, just go on.
And basically, using Personify, what we're able to do is take the user and completely segment out their background, right? That's our core capability right there.
Okay, here we go. Now we can see it.
Perfect. So now what you're seeing is 3 people using our video chat application.
Look at this. And you're not using a green screen, so
no green screen.
Or a blue screen.
Or blue screen, right? This is their using in their normal environment, office, at home, in a cafe.
Yeah.
We're able to, in real time, remove their background. Again, using the 3D camera as the enabler. And by doing that, all 3 individuals here in this video chat are able to share their content, immersed in their digital world, as we like to say. So if they're watching a movie, they can watch that movie together. If they're playing a video game, they can see each other while they're playing FIFA online, for example. Very compelling experience.
I just love the quality of it.
Yes.
I just couldn't believe it that, first of all, you weren't using a green screen. And even if you would have used a green screen, the quality is just absolutely amazing. How you cut them out. It's really cool.
See, this is why we're very excited about things like the Intel RealSense camera. 3D cameras, they add so much additional value on top of what we have in our existing devices that they're going to take over. And ultimately, every PC, smartphone, tablet will have 3D cameras because of capabilities like what Personify is bringing.
Yeah. So is this already available right now?
Yes.
Can I buy it? Can I use it? Is it also a service? Is it only an app, or is it also part of an ecosystem?
It's part of so today it's a RealSense app. You can actually download it off the Personify website.
Okay.
Personify.com. And if you have a 3D camera in your system, like for example, if you have an external 3D camera, or you happen to have a RealSense 3D camera, then the software will automatically segment you from your environment and put you in that immersive video chat that you saw.
I'm so glad that I have one of these cameras from Intel.
Oh, you do? Excellent. Great.
You know what? When you were showing me the video, like just 10 minutes ago, and I saw this, and I couldn't believe it that this wasn't filmed in front of the green screen, and the way it looks like, and really how I'm sharing my desktop and my content with colleagues, or I don't know, with business partners or whatnot.
Yes.
I immediately told you, I need that.
Yeah.
I want to do something with it, and I think this would be perfect for doing kind of video podcast.
Video podcast.
And where we can share videos in the background, where we can share content in the background.
Yes.
And topics and things you want to talk about. The way it looks, it's just perfect for us.
Yeah, it's very cool. I mean, it looks cool, and it's extremely useful.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you think about a normal video chat, where you're sort of separated into these rectangles, you're sort of isolated in your own world, and it doesn't feel like anything is common, even though you're seeing each other's faces. Seeing each other's faces is just the first step.
Right.
And what you really want is to be in a shared virtual space. And that's what Personify enables.
So you could actually see this is happening, for example, that you're scanning my full body basically and showing me, and I can meet other people in a virtual space.
Exactly, that's where it goes. You know, in the future, what we see is, things like augmented reality and virtual reality. We're actually able to see 3D digital space, maybe through a head-mounted display. Technologies like ours, we're able to put people into these virtual elements, realms, is going to be really essential. This is just the starting point.
Yeah.
It goes really crazy when we talk about AR and VR.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of these huge conference rooms that whenever I went to the headquarters of Hewlett Packard, where we were based in Taipei, and when they need to have their conferences with the West Coast or so, right? They have this huge system for tens of thousands of dollars, right, to meet.
The Halo system.
Exactly, that was the one.
Right.
So, oh my God, they're going to have a huge problem when I'm looking at your technology right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the problems with systems like that. Hard to scale it.
Yeah.
Right? Ultimately, what you need to do is you need to put it in everybody's backpack.
Yeah.
Everybody's desktop needs to have this. And that's what we do. We're enabling that kind of immersive face-to-face experience directly from your PC. That's...
So I'm pretty sure that you loved the announcement yesterday that the RealSense technology is even getting into the entry-level Intel Atom SoCs right now.
Absolutely.
X3, X5, X7
Absolutely.
will get RealSense. So I might be able to actually use this in a smartphone of the future.
Smartphone, I think, is an incredible opportunity for Personify. Certainly from a video chatting perspective, right? You can imagine doing your FaceTime call or your Google Hangout call or your Skype call and have it just be more interesting. But when you take a selfie, imagine taking a selfie and being able to swipe in a new background instantly.
Yeah.
Or taking a emoticon where you're typing a text message and you just feel like making a funny face to punctuate, right? Personify's technology will make that be very, very seamless.
Your name is spot on, seriously, for this company.
Right.
Many opportunities for this in markets to come, and markets that are developing right now, and actually markets that are already existing, right? And that you can,
make them better. Make them better.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly that.
So, what are you aiming at right now? So, what are your clients that are using this already?
So right now, if you take a look at the video world, video collaboration world, it's primarily businesses. Consumers do video chat as well. Typically, it's one-to-one, smartphone to smartphone, FaceTime to FaceTime. For us, real growth in the short term is very much in the business world. Small businesses that are communicating with each other, communicating internally and externally, that's where we see the growth right now. And then that will mature into the enterprise as devices like RealSense start to make their way into more and more PCs.
Yeah.
So that's where we see the immediate growth. But for us, consumer is very interesting, right? Because the consumer is where things go viral and all of a sudden take a life of their own. And as 3D cameras go from PCs to smartphones and tablets, we're very interested in where the consumer is going to take it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, it's already available. Can you tell us a little bit about the pricing of it?
So the product we have right now is free.
Okay.
So if you're you want to use
That's
it with your friends.
That's my favorite word.
I love free as well. Yeah, free is incredible. It's incredible. But of course, there are features where, again, if you're a small business and you want to have real meetings, productive meetings, those features come at a cost, right? Because we're delivering value to you. That's the way to realize the revenue for Personify. Yeah. So for a consumer, free, use it as much as you like, with whom you like. If the features prove useful at work, there's a subscription model attached to it.
Okay, I got it. And in terms of, we saw this desktop in the little video that you've had. So this is just over desktop sharing, or is this also part of the features of your little app in there that I can just say, please share this desktop to the stream?
Exactly. So it's a feature in the app. You bring your friends in, just like you would on a normal video call, and then let's say you want to share your Google Maps window, which was what happened in the video. You select that to share, and now everybody in the session is seeing exactly what you're seeing. So now you can be much more immersively tied to that window. You can raise your hand and point to, in this case, they're planning a trip to Rome.
Yeah.
So you can, collaboratively work at planning that trip in a much more fun and productive way than with a typical video chat session.
Well, I have to admit that this is the coolest thing that I've seen in a very, very long time.
That's
seriously,
great to hear.
Yeah. I love the simplicity of it. Right?
That's right.
It's about the simple things in life, right?
Simple matters.
Trying to make things overcomplicated.
Exactly.
But this is just using a technology that I got introduced to, of course, also by Intel when they started their perceptual computing challenges. And now this is available. We have devices with these cameras on the market already. Dell is even doing a tablet with this.
Yes.
It will get onto the smartphone form factor. And this is going to open up so many opportunities for users, like you said already, that just do your own personified emoticon.
Yes.
And to have a very personal kind of face-to-face video chat, right?
Yeah.
And just changing the background. I love
Absolutely. That. I think you touched on the right point. People want simple. Simple matters. Yeah. And what we focused on is really that simple user experience where you don't need to fuss with a green screen. You don't need to worry about what's behind you. You could be in a busy aisleway here at Mobile World Congress, and our software will find you and remove anything behind you, even if it's moving. Right? So it's really about that simple experience of it always working that makes this beautiful.
Yeah.
There are other products that have been in out there where you could remove your background, but you had to take a picture of it first, step aside, let the camera understand what's behind you. You come back in, and then it does a mediocre job of removing it, right? That doesn't work. No one wants to do that.
Right.
Your device isn't going to be stationary. It's in your hand. It's moving around. So what we focused on is, in that setting, how can you make this so simple that a normal person can use it without thinking?
Yeah.
And I think we've achieved that. What's required is a 3D camera. But once you have a 3D camera, it works so beautifully.
And they're getting smaller and smaller. I remember the very first one that we had from Creative when Intel started to work on this technology and the software, of course. And that was at IDF over 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
It was that big, right?
Yes.
It was like a real proper camera.
Yes.
And then Kirk Scoggin introduced a module at Computex, I think 2013, right? That was supposed to go into a laptop. And it was just a small little PCB with the camera lens on top of it, right? It was smaller than my pinky. And you can just guess how it's going to look like right now. It's as small as that it could go into a tablet. We saw this with a Dell tablet already.
Exactly.
Back in September, which is available right now. And we're going to see this with modules for smartphones.
Absolutely. A lot of what we're doing at Mobile World Congress is working with all the device vendors, all of whom are interested in 3D. 3D is really where it's at. So we're seeing modules that are small enough to be integrated into the front camera of a handheld device.
Yeah.
Those are very tiny modules. So once those modules are there, Personify will have our entire technology stack, all the way from the raw technology to the apps, ready to go as these devices come to market.
Yeah, absolutely. So, can you tell us a little bit about, what's next for Personify? Could you imagine this to become also maybe, like we said, we were talking about Halo, and could this be a real competitor? Well, in technology-wise, it is. The way it looks like, I can tell you, this is. I wouldn't say that it's a competitor. You're just way beyond this.
It's different. Yeah. It's a different thing in that you can do it directly from your laptop. What's in the future?
And it saves money.
And it saves money. Yeah, it's much, much cheaper. Absolutely. Our future is really about scaling to all devices.
Yeah.
Right now we're PC, desktop. Getting to mobile is very interesting to us for all the reasons we just talked about. Beyond that, what we're interested in is AR, augmented reality. You can imagine, as head-mounted displays become the norm, where I have like a Google Glass or a Microsoft HoloLens on, and what I can do is I can just sit in my chair with my display, and I see the people I'm collaborating with using Personify technology in the room as if they're sitting in the chair next to me.
Yeah.
That's really where it's going. And that's really what we are focused on as the next wave beyond where we're at today.
Very cool. So if you want to get to know more about Personify, personify.com, as simple as it gets.
Yes.
Right? So you can try it out. It's for the personal use. It's free.
Yes.
Make sure that you have a 3D camera to get the full experience.
Absolutely.
Right. But they're out there. You can get some from Creative, or just look at Dell having some in their devices, and then you can check it out. And you should definitely do that. Take a look at their videos over there on the website, because you know what, this is really giving you. This is the wow factor. Right, because when Sanjay came in here, he said, can we show a video? I said, oh my God, we're going to be live in 3 minutes. It might be kind of hard to get this onto our live stream PC right now, but could you, just hand it over to me on a USB stick? And then I looked at it and I was like, wow, okay, I got it. I love it, right away. And I love these moments because they became so rare in these days, because we see so many, as I said, overcomplicated things.
Exactly. You know what? For us, whenever we do an interview, it's one of those things where I can't just talk about it. I have to show it.
Yeah. I hear you.
That's true with a lot of visual technology, right? Whether it's a game or something involving video, you have to see it to really believe what it is and appreciate it. Yeah. So, thanks for showing the video.
And you did, Sanjay. You really delivered, I tell you that. Thank you so much for being on the show, and good luck with it. We're definitely going to give it a try. We're going to have a little break right now for some 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to talk to... who's next? Oh, Drew Bamford is going to be here. He is chief designer, it's the creative labs of HTC in Seattle. And he's going to have an interview together with Miriam, and they're going to talk about, the challenges of designing new mobile devices. It's going to be really interesting, so stay tuned.